Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Crane here, and this is going to be kind of a quick little insight into your outdoor ed packet that you received, hopefully Monday. I just want to make sure I go through all the pages because there's some of you that this is your first time, your first child going. This might be a repeat for some of you, but we usually do this in person. It's just with the timeline and spring break, we want to make sure you have all the information so that we can get everything in order for us to have a smooth trip. The best part about our outdoor ed experience is that the dates didn't change. We are still going April 26th through 29th. This is the first page in the packet. You should have a parent's guide, a commitment form, a consent and health form, a discipline form, and a packing list. And I have a short video that we did at an in-person meeting a few years back with some like visuals for your packing. I will go over some more medical things, but here's the dates, is the breakdown. We need to know if you're going to outdoor ed at the very latest Friday, March 25th. This is a typo. That should be the 25th. We just need to know whether you're going or not, and if you are paying the full amount or you're going to do the payment plan. I want to make it very clear in this video that I hope everybody watches, that money should not be a reason your child does not go to outdoor ed. There are several scholarships available through the camp and through our PTA. So we want to make sure the kids get this experience. We just need to know in advance so that we can seek after those scholarships. So please let us know what your choices are, what you're going to do. So the payment is $345. That includes the chartered bus, and they get all of their meals and all of their lodging. They go up Tuesday. They're there Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. We come home on Friday. So really, for those of you who are like, oh, my baby, he's never been gone that long, it's really only 2 days, because you see them on Tuesday, you see them on Friday. It's Tuesday and Wednesday you don't see them. We need full payment 2 weeks before we go. So if you've paid the first $200 payment on March 25th, by April 11th, we'd like the balance due. All checks need to be made payable to Red Hill PTA because they take care of the bill for us. It's important to make sure that you write and send, if you're going to write letters to them at camp, which is really fun for them to receive. You need to make sure that you mail it no later than April 16th, because it does take time to get up there and for them to distribute it out to the camps. Medications are due, and we'll talk, like I said, a little bit more about medications that Friday the 23rd before we leave on Tuesday the 26th, because we have to process them and make sure they're all organized and gone through. If you have any questions whatsoever about the camp or want to check out the camp, their website is dirtyclassroom.com. It's a great website. They have some great videos. Usually we go to this parent tab here and the videos. Usually we show the schools and parents video just to give you a quick look at what camp is like. If you're looking for a packing list, there's all kinds of different forms up here. And it's also in this list, in this packet that we'll go through. But I wanted to highlight this website for you because it's a good place to go if you're just like, what is this? I've never done this before. We've gone to Camp High Trails now, going on, I believe 2013 was the first year. So this would be our 8th year going to High Trails. It's my favorite. They're really good. They treat us well. And the kids really have a lot of fun. Okay, so going to the second page in your packet, you're looking at our commitment form. And this would be the biggest thing we need by Friday, March 25th. It's basically, and I want you, the pages that everything that you're supposed to return, that you have that manila envelope with your child's name on it. It's really good to return all of the pages in that one envelope so that we have all of their information together. So we need this to let us know if you're doing option A, the full payment, or option B, 2 payments. And there's always option C. We need help and we can figure it out. So nobody's going to see that but me and the people in the office, just to help us out with that part of it. But all paperwork must be returned in envelope provided with labeled with your child's name on it. That's how we keep track of all 78 plus kiddos that are going. We need to know, yes, they're going. No, they're not. If you choose the no, they are not, please know that they need to attend school. One teacher of the three of us that are fifth grade teachers will be staying back with Mrs. Ching's fourth graders, or the other half of the combo class. So they will be required to attend school. If they do not attend school, they will be marked truant. So please know that if they're not going, that they do still need to attend class regularly, and there will be work that they will be doing in class with a credentialed teacher, not a sub, a real teacher. So we need to have this part of the form turned in by Friday, March 25th. And this date right here is also wrong. So if you see right here, it says March 23rd. That is the 25th of March. We're fully aware of that typo. Okay, moving on to the next page. We have the parent's guide that is sent to you straight from the staff at High Trails. It talks about all of their supervision policies, their site and their facilities, the food, weather and clothing, what their discipline policy is, what happens if your child does get sick. So I'm going to let you read those. If you have any questions, let me know. Ask us first, but High Trails is very responsive and is very excited to have us again. So if you do have any questions, you can give them an email. This is our green health consent form, and there's just a few ins and outs. Every child needs to fill this out. I am going to say right here where it says permission to treat, and I'm looking for, there's a special little initials right here. It's kind of hidden. Permission to administer over-the-counter medications in the event of a minor illness. Let's say a stomach ache, like my tummy doesn't feel right. If you do not wish us to treat your child in this manner, initial here. So this is chapstick. This is sunscreen. This is hand sanitizer. If they get a cut or a scrape, we can't put anything like, if you initial right here, we can't do anything for him or her. If you don't initial that, they can get all of the things that they need. If they need an Advil for a headache, or if they need chapstick for overly chapped lips. So those, please only initial here if you truly do not want them to take anything over the counter. But no, if you don't, those everyday little minor things are available to them. If your child takes a regular everyday medication, you do have to fill out this yellow form. This yellow form is only for people who take a daily prescribed medication. You do have to get this signed by your doctor, and it needs to accompany whatever you're sending up with them. Anything that they take daily, this form needs to be accompanied, and it has to be signed by a doctor. And they have to notate how frequent it's used and why it's used and all the things. So this includes if you want them to take Benadryl on the way home, just know that this needs to be with the medication, labeled and everything. And that's due April 23rd. So this gives you a full month to try to get this to your doctor and get this signed. But your child will not get their medication if this is not signed properly by a doctor. They come back to the camp and it comes to me, and then I have to call you and say, they're not going to be given this medicine. So this yellow form is very important for anybody who takes anything daily. You need to get it signed off by a doctor, just as a heads up. So this packing list is where I'm going to show you the part of the video so you have a visual, but you need to think in threes. You need to think luggage piece number 1 is on them. It is their backpack. It is like a school-like backpack. They need to have a water bottle with their name on it. Yes, it can be a hydro flask, but remember, They're out on hikes for 7 hours a day. They need to be able to carry it and refill it easily. A small flashlight, warm gloves, extra socks, a jacket or a waterproof poncho. We never know. In late April, there could be rain and possibly a little bit of snow up there still once we get up there. Who knows? Weirder things have been going on. They definitely need a warm winter coat, long sleeve sweatshirt, fleece, winter hat, and hiking boots are a must. Snow boots, let's watch over the next month or so and see where we're at. I've been there when there's been a lot of snow, but think in terms of waterproof, less water resistant, just in case there is snow. In your luggage piece, this is all needs to be with them in their backpacks. They will not see their suitcase until after dinner. So this first piece of luggage is their go-to for everything. I put a pack of chapstick in my older son's backpack. He had sunscreen in there just in case because they get off the bus and they go right into hiking. A full water bottle. Think layers. So they need like a long sleeve layer, a short sleeve over that, a sweatshirt over that. So it's much easier to de-layer than it is to get warmer. It's easy to cool off than it is to get warmer. So try to start training them and having those conversations now about how to layer and get warm in the right way. Your luggage number 2 is a bedroll. Think a garbage bag, like a 13-gallon white, black garbage bag, labeled with your child's first and last name and Red Hill on it. This could be for their pillow, their blanket, their pillow, or whatever they're going to sleep with. There are beds, but there are not sheets, so you need a sleeping bag and a pillow. A trick is pack another garbage bag, pre-labeled, first and last name and Red Hill on it, in their suitcase. So when they go home, they have a fresh one. Because the trick about this luggage is they all have to be able to carry it on their own. There is no bellhop. There is no cart to wheel it to their cabin for them. It is their responsibility to get their luggage to the cabin and back to the loading dock at the end of the week. It's kind of my favorite part of the whole week. It is a great sense of independence, and sometimes they start helping each other out. It's a very true bonding experience for all of them, but they have to be able to carry their bedroll and their luggage, their suitcase duffel bag, which they won't be able to get to until after dinner on the first night. This list is very extensive. I don't know about snow stuff at this time. It's not a bad idea. It will get cold in the evenings there. I'm going to tell you right now, we do a night hike. Actually, I think they might do 2 night hikes. So having extra layers is important and essential. Having their name on everything is important and essential. There's always one sock that's gone rogue. If their name is on it, it comes back to you. If your name is not on it, you probably won't see it. There are shower facilities in the cabins. It's a one-person shower, so like they usually just take turns, and some will do it, like half of us will do it in the morning, half of us will do it before dinner, and they just do one at a time. They are timed on their showers, I believe. Usually it's like in and out. They will brush their teeth every night. They have a whole wind down system at night. But this is important for personal care. I will say what I want to highlight the most, what we do not bring to Camp High Trails. This is an opportunity, and probably the first time in 2 years that they're getting this opportunity, to unplug. So there are no iPads. iPads stay home. There are no phones. Your phones stay home. There are no gizmo gadgets or iWatches. Those stay home. We are not allowing phones to be cameras. It's just too tempting. So if a phone is brought and we find it, it will be confiscated, and that will be their warning number 1 for discipline. So help your kids out. Don't send phones. We will do a really good job of trying to communicate to you through Seesaw. We try to take pictures. We try to post things all throughout the week that they're gone so that you stay connected to your child as much as possible. This trip is essential for them to gain the independence they need to be successful in middle school. This is a big turning point for them. I'm really bummed because my youngest did not get this opportunity. So I'm looking forward to your kids getting it. So no extra food. Please don't send any kind of care packages in ahead of schedule. Do not send candy, please. It's a whole situation, and it's better if you send a letter. Awesome. Care packages that have candy and gum and all kinds of things, they give that candy and gum to me. So sure, send it. I get it. The camp will not give it to the kids. So please make sure that you're following the rules as much as possible. Girls, we're going to say no makeup, no hairspray, no perfume. It attracts bugs, and it could be warm when we're there. It could be really cold. We never know. Late April, it's one of those we don't know. Definitely no matches, lighters, or pocket knives, or any weapons. It is really, really, really important that you write your name on everything. Your suitcase should be labeled, your luggage should be labeled, your bedroll should be labeled, and your backpack should be labeled. Your water bottle should be labeled, your hats. I wrote it in socks and underwear, all of last names. It's really important. Then that way, if something gets misplaced or they don't put things back in their backpacks, or if they lose something, it ends up getting back to them some way or shape or form. Discipline is important. There is a 3-strike policy. In 8 years, I've not had to have the principal come up. We have a very good reputation at High Trails. Our Red Hill Rockets are very respectful and responsible when we're up at Camp High Trails. I'm confident we're not going to have any issues this year either. However, this is their top 10 rules, their strikes policy. I need to make sure, please, that you read this to your children. We will also read it with them. And they need to sign this themselves along with your signing. We just need to make sure you understand that if you are called, you will be coming to pick up your child. So I and the other teacher that will be going, we will be in charge of them. And we were the first line of defense. We talk on the first strike. The second strike, you will be talking in the office with your teachers, and the principal will be called. You parents will be called, and you will be placed on a behavior contract. So they don't want your kid to go home. They're very good about bringing the best out of our kids. And the third strike will be, you'll be sent home. But like I said, we haven't ever had to go to this. We're just asking with this form, if you could read it with your child and emphasize the importance of continuing to be those respectful Rockets that we know they can be. They push water. I'm going to say, like, my biggest takeaway from my oldest son going is make sure they have plenty of chapstick, one in their backpack, an extra one in their suitcase, because the high altitude, it tends, the first place they get dehydrated is right around their lips. So chapstick is really important. They push water all day long. If you have dietary needs of any sort, the High Trails is amazing, and they will work with you, and they meet a whole gamut of needs. So if you have a question or need to reach out to them, they will accommodate in any way they can. I really hope that you all encourage your child to go. It is this is like unforeseen territory. A lot of us have been home and close to our parents for the last 2 years, and this is the first time that some of them may have been out of the nest. I do encourage you to have a sleepover between now and April 26th so that they can kind of get used to being away. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to any of the 3 teachers. I have physically been 9 times to an outdoor ed, 8 to High Trails. I I enjoy the time, and it is a big bonding moment for our kids, and it's a big empowering for their feeling of independence and that they can take care of themselves without mom and dad there to pick all of the pieces. So like I said, this is the only typo that I can see right now. March 25th is the big date. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out. We're really excited to go. Thanks for listening.